Hey guys, happy Halloween! I know I said the next few Yu-Gi-Oh videos I was gonna do would be character decks, but I figure get in the spirit of the season. I know that's what people say for Christmas, but Halloween's kind of more my thing. I'm not saying I don't like Christmas, but obviously you can see the difference. So we're going to be talking about Ghostricks. They're assorted, well, I guess the best way to put it, cute versions of monsters, spooks, things that go bump in the night, just, stuff that would normally be kind of scary. But these are obviously not. Well, the Ghostricks themselves aren't. Their effects can be rather terrifying. There's literally only one I'm missing, so obviously I'm not going to be able to talk about him, but it's the vampire Ghostrick Alucard. I don't remember what he does, but he's a rank, I want to say 3 Xyz. But let's talk about the extra deck for my Ghostricks. We've got Ghostrick Angel of Mischief, who has a win effect if she has 10 or more Xyz material on her. She gets a new one every turn. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, you can put an Xyz material on her every turn as long as it's a Ghostrick card. We've got Ghostrick So Cute Boss, which not all of these have cool names. This is obviously one of them. And her effect is honestly not bad. Once per turn you can attach an Xyz material and target one face-up monster on the field, with attack less than or equal to the combined attack of all Ghostrick monsters on the field. Destroy it, and if you do, that monster card zone cannot be used as long as you control a Ghostrick monster. So that's not bad. And last but not least, we have Ghostrick Dualahan. It gains 200 attack for each Ghostrick card you control. That means spells and traps as well. Once per turn, during your player's turn, you can detach an Xyz material from it. Target a face-up monster on the field, cut its attack in half until the end phase. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one other Ghostrick card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Now, onto the main deck. We've got 2 copies of Ghostrick Jack Frost. I'm going to say this before I continue. Ghostricks are really, really gimmicky. They flip themselves face down and activate effects when they flip face up. Jack Frost cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster, which works because you want him face down first. And like I said, you can change them to face down defense position. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can change that opponent's monster to face down defense position, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. Direct attacks aren't unheard of in Ghostricks. Well, direct attacks aren't unheard of in anything, but there are cards in Ghostrick that will let your opponent attack you directly just so you can gain certain effects. We'll talk about those in a little bit. We've got 2 Ghostrick Stein. Cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, change in face down defense. I think they all might have that. Yeah, they all have that same can't be normal summoned, and it's, the first 2 effects. I'm just going to talk about the uniqueness. But when he inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add 1 Ghostrick spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use that effect once per turn, so if you have 2 Steins, you can't use it the second time. We've got 3 Ghostrick Spectre. When a Ghostrick monster is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, or by battle with their attacking monster and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position, and if you do, draw a card. Ghostrick Mary. When you take damage, you can discard this card. Special summon 1 Ghostrick monster from your deck in face down defense position, and you can only use that effect once per turn. 3 Ghostrick Mummy. It lets you summon another Ghostrick monster from your hand in addition to your normal summoner set. No, hold on. While this card is face up on the field, you can normal summon 1 Ghostrick monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Like Stein's effect, it does not stack. And you can't special summon any monsters except dark monsters, and that's okay because all Ghostricks are dark monsters, so no matter what, if you run pure Ghostricks, you can special summon. Ghostrick Doll. When this card is flipped face up, during the end phase, change as many face up monsters on the field as possible to face down defense position. Then, you can special summon 1 Ghostrick monster from your deck in face down defense position, whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters flipped face down by this effect. So that's good at getting some of your opponent's stronger monsters into a possibly weaker state. 3 Ghostrick Jiangshi. When this card is flipped face up, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 Ghostrick monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of Ghostrick monsters you control, and you can only use that effect once per turn. 2 Ghostrick Yuki Onna. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can change the monster that destroyed it to face down defense position, and if you do, it cannot change its battle position. 2 Ghostrick Werewolf. When this card is flipped face up, inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each set card on the field. You can only use this effective Ghostrick Werewolf once per turn. That one with Doll's effect is really good. Ghostrick Ghoul. Once per turn, during your main phase 1, you can target 1 Ghostrick monster you control. Its attack becomes equal to the combined original attack of all Ghostrick monsters currently on the field until the end of your opponent's next turn. But if it does, only that monster can attack this turn. 3 Ghostrick Neko Musume. When a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summoned, change that monster to face down defense position. There must be another Ghostrick monster on the field to activate and resolve this effect. Ghostrick Skeleton, we've got 3 of him. When this card is flipped face up, banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck face down up to the number of Ghostrick monsters you control. You can only use this effective Ghostrick Skeleton once per turn. We've got 1 Ghostrick Lantern. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, or when a Ghostrick monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand face down in defense position. We've got 2 Ghostrick Yeti. Once per turn, when this card is flipped face up, you can target 1 Ghostrick monster on the field. This turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Oh, something I said earlier was wrong. I'm missing 2 Ghostrick cards. I'm not sure how I'm missing the other one, but apparently I didn't get it. And whatever, I'll get it at some point, if I see the need. Deck's pretty good as it is. Got 3 Ghostrick Witch. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense position. On to the spells, we've got 3 Ghostrick Museum. It's a field spell. Monsters you control except Ghostrick monsters cannot attack. Well, pure Ghostrick deck, you're not going to be having a problem with that. Monsters cannot attack face-down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all monsters the opponent controls are face-down defense position. At the end of the damage step, change any monsters that inflicted battle damage to a player during this battle to face-down defense position. That's what I'm saying about Ghostricks getting effects from direct attacks. Ghostrick Mansion is another field spell with a similar effect. Monsters cannot attack face-down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all monsters their opponent controls are face-down defense position. All effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghostrick monsters is cut in half. We've got Malice Dispersion, because Ghostricks have a major weakness. Light of Intervention. It's a continuous trap card that makes it so that no monsters can be set. So, Malice Dispersion discards a card from your hand and destroys all face-up continuous trap cards on the field, getting rid of their one weakness. Trap cards are Ghostrick Scare. We've got 3 of that. You target any number of face-down defense position monsters you control. Change them to face-up defense position, count the number of Ghostrick monsters among them, and if you do, change up to that many face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position, minimum of 1. 2. Ghostrick Vanish. Reveal 1 Ghostrick monster in your hand. This turn, Ghostrick cards you control and face-down defense position cards, defense position monsters you control cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. 1 Ghostrick Break. When exactly 1 face-up Ghostrick monster you control and no other cards is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, target 2 Ghostrick monsters in your graveyard with different names from the destroyed monster. Special summon them in face-down defense position. Ghostrick Go Round. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can activate one of these effects. Target 1 Ghostrick monster you control, change that target to face-down defense position, and if you do, change 1 face-down defense position monster your opponent controls to face-up attack position, or target 1 face-down defense position monster you control, change that target to face-up attack position, and if it's a Ghostrick monster, change 1 face-up monster your opponent controls to face-down defense position. A lot of battle position stuff in here. And we've got Ghostrick Knight. While a Ghostrick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, your opponent cannot declare attacks for the rest of this turn. Chain Dispel. When a spell or trap card is activated, destroy all cards in the controller's deck with the same name as the activated card. Another easy way to get rid of Light of Intervention, especially if your opponent uses more than 1 copy. Reverse Glasses. Have the attack of all face-up monsters currently on the field until the end phase. If your opponent has a really high attack monster, cutting its power in half is a good way to get rid of it. And even if you can't get rid of it, you'll take less damage. 3 Dust Tornado. Again, a good way to get rid of Light of Intervention. Destroy 1 spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field. Then you can set 1 spell or trap card from your hand. Triggered Summon. Activate only when a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field. Each player can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from their hand. Graceful Revival. Select 1 level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard and special summon it in attack position. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is removed from the field, destroy this card. And Pixie Ring. We've got 2 of that one. If you control 2 or more attack position monsters, your opponent cannot select your monster with the lowest attack as an attack target for the times when your Ghostrick monsters aren't face down. That's a good way to protect them. So, that's all for this time. Happy Halloween, and see you next time.